Welcome to another episode of Lombardi Time Brews. I am your host, John Delray. As you can see, this is not exactly my normal setup. Came over here to watch the game today with my dad. I'm currently in his basement doing this video. Just got my toddler down for a nap. Yeah, it's been one of those days. And talk about a game from hell. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to give my quick thoughts here. I'll be back tomorrow with a full vid that dives into this self-inflicted crap. But you want to know what this game really boils down to? Aaron Rodgers passed the ball 39 times. Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon had a combined 19 carries. Against the Giants, who are without Leonard Williams, who aren't a good run defense. What is that crap? Absolute crap. There was the one drive in the middle of the game where the Packers passed the ball 3 times, took 2 deep shots, and that was after the run had been working pretty well. Or how about the very end of the game when you need 2 yards to at least keep yourself in the game, and instead you do this out bull crap. You have A.J. Dillon, who has run the ball, 6 times by this point in the game? Use him! Whether it's on LaFleur or Rodgers or whoever is scheming this bullcrap up, stop. As I've said it before a lot in the last couple of weeks, football does not have to be complicated. If you've got a running back who's bigger, faster, stronger, run it at them. You need 2 yards. That's it. And then you've got a first down from the 3, and you can do whatever the hell you want. But get the first down first. And instead, we're doing this bull crap to Lazard and Cobb and doing these cute little outs, which worked earlier in the game, fine. But you didn't have to do it from the 3. And you know what? You want to do it once. You want to do it once over to Cobb on the left side? Fine. Fine. I get it. Do it once. And then you come back on 4th down and just do the same crap. Whether it's Rodgers or LaFleur or what, it's inexcusable. Rodgers, again, locked on to his people. And Randall Cobb, game ball to Randall Cobb. Look, he played great. But we saw that once Watson went down, there was no speed to take the top off the defense, which we knew was a risk coming into the season. They have got to figure out how to start getting Dobbs open down the field. Dobbs in college did that a lot. And now he's only good for wide receiver screens? Look, you ran the ball effectively. Keep doing that, okay? That's the summary. You ran the ball well, and then all of a sudden you just stopped for reasons no one understands. And in terms of LaFleur's post-game presser, yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute. But you just stopped running. Royce Newman needs to get the hell out of the starting lineup. The amount of times that he was blown up is baffling. John Runyon Jr., Elton Jenkins needs to go there. And if Bakhtiari is good enough, cool. Get Yash in at right tackle. Royce Newman continues to not be good enough. Mix that between the play calling on the offense in terms of what they were doing to pass the ball. Christ. Not good enough. Defensively, to flip it over to the defense, because they weren't any better today. Rasul Douglas probably played his worst game as a Packer. Eric Stokes can't play zone, even though Joe Barry loves zone for reasons no one seems to get that much, especially when you've got man-focused corners. And we've talked before about the philosophy of zone and all this stuff. Okay, fine. But your philosophy is not getting as much as you can out of the talent level that you have on your defense. Players before plays. is the traditional adage in football. So you need to do something that actually brings out the ability of your players. Between Rasul having his worst game as a Packer, Eric Stokes looking lost, Darnell Savage just tackling air since he can't tackle anything else. I mean, at least Adrian Amos, by all accounts, appeared solid in his return. But Kenny Clark started out the game so well. And too, look, I mean, we got into the fourth quarter and the defense looked gassed. Why? Why are they exhausted? In the fourth quarter of the game, why? It wasn't 90 degrees out there. Normally we only see the Packers get exhausted when it's 95 degrees and they're in Florida or some other. But it was 64 degrees in London. Why are you all out of breath? Now, here's the thing. I'm a lot more upset with the offense than I am with the defense. Now, that does not let the defense off the hook. No. But I saw a lot of Giants reporters talking about how Daniel Jones was playing the best game of his life. That he showed up in London. On one ankle, he was still doing QB option runs. Designed runs for the quarterback even. And they threw in Wildcat, and they threw in all of this Brian Dable specials. Emptying the playbook like a first-time coach does. And they all agreed. Daniel Jones playing great. No one was saying that the Giants' defense was playing the best game of their lives. No, instead it just looked like the Packers sucked. To get completely blanked in the second half, except for the 2-point safety that they actively strategically gave you. It's pathetic. Pathetic. I know Wink Martindale blitzes all the time. I know he's a very, very good defensive coordinator. But look at the 4 games that they had coming into this game. Yeah, they were blitzing a lot, but it wasn't getting home. Why did it get home today? And then you look at special teams. Christian Watson was doing kick returner. That was an interesting little surprise. One that I'm totally fine with, assuming his hamstrings actually can stay intact. And then on punt, you got Amari Rodgers, who now punt returning is quite literally the one thing you do for the team. And you muffed it. I've been an Amari Rodgers defender. I'm not sure I see how he fits on this team anymore at all. Lord knows he's not playing on offense. He was just a returner, and now he's just punts. And now he can't even hang on to that. At least O'Donnell can punt, and Mason Crosby's back to being Mason Crosby. 'Cause holy crap. Look, if the Giants came in, played out of their mind, that would be one thing. But they didn't. Yeah, Daniel Jones did. But the rest of the team? No. No, they didn't play out of their mind. They weren't making ridiculous catches all over the place. It wasn't this amazing thing. The Packers just straight up shot themselves in the foot. And then after they pulled the trigger on their own foot, they looked around and went, who did it? Which takes me to these completely predictable post-game press conferences. Yeah. LaFleur, again, standing in front of everyone. I talked about this earlier this season. It's the same crap. Every time they lose, he stands in front of everybody. Well, I got to go look at the film. Yeah, you do. Yeah, this one's on us. We know. Trust us, we know. And, you know, it's an atrocity to only get Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon a comparing 19 carries. Yeah, we know. We've been telling you. This ain't tough. You know what? It would have been okay to see Matt LaFleur come out for his post-game press conference and actually be pissed. to show some freaking fire for once. And instead, Matt LaFleur came out as he normally does, and he was irritated, disappointed. Show some goddamn fire. Set an example for your team. I talked about it last week after the Patriots game. The Packers have all of these CEO types, right? The guys who are always going to say the right thing. And it's top down. It's Matt LaFleur. He's part of it. You've got Rodgers, Cobb, Mercedes Lewis. All these guys are going to say the right thing. Who's going to come up to the podium and actually be pissed? Who is the enforcer on this team? Who even has the swagger? Sure, Jair Alexander does. Does he need to take more control? Does he need to be a bigger part of the team leadership? Why isn't he? Where's Rashawn Gary? I know every single week we hear at the podium from Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers. Let's get Rashawn Gary up there too. I want to hear him be pissed. Who in the hell is on this team that after a game like that is ready to take charge? I think until the Packers find their answer, they're just going to be this, which is what? An uber talented team that underachieves, that constantly can't click. Aaron Rodgers earlier in his career constantly was called arrogant, and over the last couple off seasons he has found himself. Now you can attribute that to all of the extracurriculars that he does or whatever, but maybe in finding himself he lost his swagger. Because this isn't the guy who shouted at the Chicago Bears that I own you. This isn't the guy who pulled out a belt. This is the guy who had to stand at a podium today and say sorry to the worldwide fans that they just let down. London should have been yours. And you let everyone down. Be pissed about it. Be sad. Be guilty. Be fed up. You should be.